Energy that is inexhaustible and harmonizing with the nature. Energy we leave for the future generations. Its sources and generating technologies are coming up in the program Future Energy.
Energy. Usually this word evokes associations such as force, power, impulse, action, transformation. Without exaggeration, energy is in everything that surrounds us. That is why we're not indifferent to its future, particularly its sources, capabilities, and environmental impact. Hello, my name is Dmitry Golubir, and you're watching the program Future Energy. The International Expo 2017 exhibition. It will be held next year in Astana from the 10th of June to 10th of September. Its key theme, Future Energy. We are confident that many of the countries will present projects that are connected with solar energy. In the last 4 years, the cost of solar panels has been decreasing by 10% annually. Experts predict that by 2022, harnessed solar energy will be twice as cheap as it is today. And by 2035, it will be almost free. That is why solar energy technologies are fighting their own place under the sun on the market of renewable energy sources. For Kazakhstan, which is considered to be a relatively young country, this is the most ambitious goal, and efforts towards achieving it have been gradual. On the one hand, keeping in mind the global trends, and on the other, paying attention to the local context. During the construction of the solar-powered station, with a capacity of 50 megawatt in the Burnoye locality of the Zhytomyr region, the practically ideal conditions for the development of solar energy generation were considered. This includes the high level of solar radiation and constant winds, which prevent the panels from overheating in the summer months and extend their service life and increase the energy conversion efficiency of the solar power station. Here, on a territory with an area of 150 hectares, 192,000 solar panels have been set up. Annually, they generate 73 million kilowatt-hours. This has put BURNOYE-SOLAR 1 in the ranks of the most unique projects among power stations that operate on the basis of photoelectric method of energy generation. What's more, not just within Kazakhstan, but across the entire Central Asia.
To
this day, the station has produced around 65 million kilowatt-hours. We can confidently state that we're achieving the forecasted levels, even exceeding them by about 10%. The efficiency of the power station is boosted by the set-up single crystalline photoelectric modules that were produced in Europe. These are expensive solar panels that enjoy great demand on the market of alternative energy. To produce them, single crystalline silicone made out of highly purified raw materials is used. These panels allow the power stations to achieve maximum capacity during the most favorable peak hours.
peak.
50 megawatt is the peak. This requires an air temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a level of solar radiation of 1000 watts per square meter. The use coefficient of the setup capacity at our power plant on average is 17.2% annually. The accuracy of the generated power data, its frequencies, pressure, are achieved with the means of setup meters, which are the foundation of an automated system of commercial accounting of electric power. Even during the stage of approval of technical documentation, a system of power generation was developed so as to connect to the 220 kilovolt power lines of Kazakh, Kazakhstan Electricity Grid Operating Company. Dispatch operators coordinate the operations of the solar power station and the general power system of Kazakhstan 24/7. This year, the excellent operation results of the power station and its staff were highly praised in the West. In May of this year, the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development presented its annual report on sustainable development and implementation of new standards of energy efficiency in the British capital city, London. This was a symbolic event for Kazakhstan. The solar power station BURNOYE-SOLAR 1 was awarded the prize of one of the most successful projects in the world in the sphere of green energy. You're watching Future Energy. The title of our program fully coincides with the key theme of the International Expo 2017 exhibition. And this is not just to highlight the event, which promises to become symbolic for Kazakhstan. We would like to introduce our audience to the field of future energy, not just in terms of the resources, technologies, projects and ideas, but also the philosophy and worldview on which it is based. And our next story is precisely about this. Global warming is a process which in one way or another has affected all the countries of the world, including Kazakhstan. We're already witnessing its impacts. These are drought, flooding, active melting of ice caps. And one of the causes of global warming is the greenhouse effect. In order to explain this phenomenon in plain words, let's take a simple greenhouse, which is used for growing vegetables. The Earth's atmosphere acts just like the roof and the walls of the greenhouse. Solar energy permeating through the layers of the atmosphere reaches the Earth, warming it up. Now the soil itself starts to emit heat energy. When the concentration of greenhouse gases in the air increases, a tight mass is created. Like a feather blanket, it keeps the hot air in the lower layers of the atmosphere, thereby causing it to come crashing down. The biggest contribution to the greenhouse effect comes from the CO2 gas. Annually, around 20 billion tons of this gas is released into the atmosphere of our planet. And the range of solutions to decrease the level of this carbon dioxide gas is quite wide, from the use of environmentally friendly technologies of power generation to absorption or carbon pickup. Carbon pickup is like a synonym for how much organic carbon soil has absorbed, and it is made out of organic matter tied in with soil, plant roots, and the upper surface of the soil. The ecosystems of the steppes, which are abundant in Kazakhstan, play an active role in the process of carbon pickup. Our country has a substantial number of natural steppes that have been preserved. Their total area, 1.2 million square kilometers.
Russian
scientists conducted special research. These are the primary products of the steppes, including the root system. Annually, it reaches about 8,000 tons. 8,000 tons is the number of organic substances which the steppe plants produce per set area and unit of time. What's more, the entire biomass is taken into account. Many say that the steppes are like an upside-down forest, because the steppe plants, they're all really old. It is mostly feather grass, sheep fescue, and many other old plants that have a long and rich root system. And the use of the experiences of the nomads also played a role in the absorption of carbon dioxide. At some point in time, animal husbandry of the nomads was considered as primitive. Today, the scientific community has come to the consensus that seasonal, mobile use of grazing lands, as practiced by the nomads, was one of the most environmentally friendly methods. They were doing this because they knew that this is a source of life. They understood that they need to protect nature, that they are part of it. By the way, Kazakhstan scientists took part in 2 unique projects, which today would be able to give an impulse to the national program for the preservation of ecosystems of the steppes. These projects were realized with the support of the Global Ecology Fund and the United Nations Development Programme. One was dedicated to the sustainable management of grazing land resources. The other to the development of a basic model and method for determining the level of carbon dioxide pickup. And this method was highly assessed by foreign scientists. Our task when working with US scientists was precisely to adapt all this data for the development of a model. From this perspective, it was very interesting for them to work with us, because we know all the basic laws and how these properties change. Therefore, it was useful for both sides. Kazakhstan steppes. They represent an enormous open-air natural biolaboratory. Huge work is being done on preservation of clean air and protection of the environment. Our ancestors understood this on an intuitive level, and we, the descendants of nomads, having new knowledge and skills, must expand their experience to the level of national philosophy. And this will be our contribution to the energy of the future. 15 years ago, the terms smart house, smart office caused many questions among residents of Kazakhstan. Could a building really possess properties that are more akin to a person? And today, some of the residents of Almaty and Astana are either owners of apartments in such buildings or work in offices where smart technologies are used. These are technologies which provide an office or residential building with a work format that is based on 3 pillars: resource efficiency, information and technical security, and private telecommunications. In other words, at the foundation of this concept is a centralized system. And this system has an automated regime of controlling all the parameters of livelihood, from heating to prevention of critical situations. In order to get an idea of what are smart technologies and how they're related to the energy of the future, we decided to go on an excursion of this office. It is owned by the international company JTI and located in the Ili district of the Almaty region. For the first time in Kazakhstan, unique energy-efficient technologies that provide a comfortable environment were used. We can say that our office building is unique in Kazakhstan. Let's first take a look at the external appearance of the building. The facade was built out of 3-layered glass panels that are filled with inert gas. These technological solutions allow us to decrease heat loss from inside the office building in the wintertime and maintain a cool temperature in the summer. All this is controlled by an automated system of facade shadowing, which functions with the use of specialized window blinds. Following the sensor signal, the blinds react to the daylight and change their position. As a result, they can retain up to 80% of solar light. In addition, the system gets data about wind strength, precipitation, and other meteorological data. Another element of the smart office system, which is being used in this building, is a unique inflated roof. It has the form of a multi-layered pillow with a special drawing. This drawing reacts to atmospheric changes. With the rising temperature, it changes the structure of the roof and the atrium area gets darker. That is why much less energy is required to cool off the office. And when the air temperature is negative, the roof inflates, the drawing changes, and the sunlight is let in, which provides additional heating to the office space. The system of air supply inside the building also makes a substantial contribution to the building's energy efficiency. The air is supplied through special ceiling panels. The process is automated. At the same time, manual regulation is also possible if the office personnel wish to do so. Effective, comfortable, efficient. These 3 words describe very accurately the structure of operation with this building. Effective means that this smart office system works promptly and rationally. Comfortable means that everything in the office is created for productive work. And all 240 of the company's personnel feel this. And the company's results speak to its efficiency. The use of energy-efficient technology allows us to save up to 1.5 million tenge per year, or around 90 tons of diesel fuel. Considering that recently the office switched from using diesel fuel to natural gas, energy costs have been decreased 3-fold. This is also one of the components of a rational system of the building's functioning. But the most important is that the smart format of operations has made an invaluable contribution to improving the ecology near the city of Almaty, which is experiencing big problems related to air pollution. And if the number of such offices and residential buildings increases, then the environment will become more friendly to us. But for that to happen, we must be the first to change our attitude towards nature, the world, and our planet. You are watching Future Energy. We hope that we're able to charge you with its atmosphere and mood. We wish you success in all your endeavors. Until next time.